Yes, that is the best way that you can protect yourself from all of this is just, stay inside. Protect yourself. If it could just save one life. Haven't we heard this before? It seems vaguely familiar. Huh. Who knows? But hi! Welcome to another episode of A Couple of Hoosiers podcast. I'm your host, Ricky Kurtz.
I'm your co-host, Charlie Goldsmith.
That is not the right one. What happened to the hotkeys?
Don't know. You mixed them around on yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Trying to keep yourself on your toes.
That's what I get for trying to make things convenient, Jeez. But anyways, how's everybody doing,
It's AI.
It's AI. Frickin' robots. I don't like them. My phone needs to quit doing stuff. I'm just going to do that. That way I don't even have to bother with you. But yeah, Canada's having some issues, Been a little smoky.
Just a tad. We've been seeing it around here, man, that's for sure. It's actually cleared up now. It wasn't that much of a thing for very long, but
no.
They're definitely
but
making
there could
it
be more to come.
Worse than it is.
There could be more to come, we've been hearing from the World Economic Forum that the next potential lockdown situation would be a climate lockdown, and that's like.
But what would the climate have to do with us staying inside?
Well, it would be more of like, don't drive your cars around, don't use too much electricity, don't burn up those fossil fuels and all that stuff because, climate change. And
so you just sit in your
stop those cows from farting. Those cows farting is just devastating. You just sit
in your houses in the dark, eating bugs.
Yeah, eating bugs,
Wow.
Getting your porn helmet on and gross.
That's quite the lifestyle.
It's a future that I'm quite scared of. I don't want it. But anyways, 4th of July weekend, guys. Fireworks. Don't blow yourselves up. Unless you're Joe Biden. No.
Did he do that?
The only thing they're going to hand him is an ice cream cone, so I doubt it. But could be. Let's go ahead and run this ad real quick. That way people know where to find us and all that good stuff. Couple of Hoosiers podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, CastBox, pretty much anywhere that you get your podcast. We do a live stream show every Saturday over here on Rumble. Today we're doing it on Sunday. Don't judge us. And then we upload to YouTube, Odyssey, and BitChute. But if you want to get everything all in one place, go to cohpodcast.substack.com. I write some pretty cool blogs and, put the episodes over on there. So go check them out. Also, down in the description area, you can find our link tree. See right over here, link tree. Go over here, There you can find the Substack. Join the Telegram group chat. We could talk about stuff and kind of like debate with each other on there or, just share some of our conspiracy theories with each other. Also, the Discord server, be sure to jump into that. We're going to be looking into doing open panel conversations with people. So jump in on that and have some conversations with us about anything, religion, politics, all that sort of stuff, Let's argue about something, guys.
Like
come on.
Prove me wrong situation like Steven Crowder used
Debate to. Me. Change my mind. Change my mind. Yeah. Let's watch some funny stuff because we need a good laugh. The world is getting way too serious, and we got to remember, just smile.
In this day and age, laughter, you need some of it. At least every day, I think.
At least every day.
At least a little every day.
So if you guys haven't ever heard of this new age thing, I don't know what exactly you want to call it, but these people are like trying to open up their chakras and be more zen or what. I don't know. If the chakra is smelly, don't open it up. doesn't sound like a good idea. But this lady right here wants to show you how you can improve your aura, whatever that is. Sounds demonic, but we'll check it out.
One of the most effective ways to strengthen your aura comes from grounding and bouncing your energy off of a tree. Your hands and feet are very powerful energy centers. This is simple and highly effective.
All I gotta say is just imagine walking out in the morning with your cup of coffee, just starting your day off, and you see this crazy chick just walking around her tree like, and then she's also got her phone in her other hand, so she's just
she does that often apparently because there is a trail dug around that thing.
Dude, her aura must be off the charts. She's improved
All I gotta
so
say
much.
is, who didn't love her?
Who didn't love her? Somebody give her a hug. She might be smelly though. Opening up those chakras, I've heard, is pretty smelly.
I bet she got armpit hair.
Dude, I was walking down the street and like the Dalai Lama was like, had to be more than 50 feet, but I could smell this guy and his diaper. It was disgusting.
And his diaper.
Nice people though. But let's check out this. Future's always doing like cool stuff and everybody wants to be able to fly. And these guys are doing this.
Oh, fuck you. I'm just waiting for that thing to blow up. So is he actually gonna...
It takes a minute. It's got a long loading time. Oh, there he goes. Look, Mom, it's Iron Man. Now, a lot of people were comparing this to Iron Man, but this is the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it. Remember the Santa Claus movies?
The elves taking off.
Elves with attitude. I mean, pretty cool stuff.
That is pretty cool, dude.
I don't know.
That would be pretty neat.
I'm not putting it on my back. I'll let everybody else.
No,
you guys can be you guys can be the ticking time bombs. I'm not doing it. I'm staying right on the ground. I don't even like
one line
planes.
in the wrong place, or you got a leak in that thing. You got a bomb on your back, dude. Like,
and what happens if like you run out of fuel as you're like up in the air? Just splat.
Right. Like, does he have a gas gauge he can look at, or is there some kind of monitor that tells him low on fuel?
Land soon, or you will land quickly.
Land now or land in 3 seconds. Your choice.
Your choice. But let's take a look at France. It's like the city of love, and it's always like a romantic scenery and all that stuff. Candles lit. You got the Eiffel Tower with the moon in the background. It's a very beautiful city. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. Not so beautiful right now.
Not so beautiful. Yeah, those immigration policies have not turned out to be such a good idea. Apparently, an officer shot one of the Muslim immigrants, and they was not too happy. Because when somebody gets shot by a cop, the only obvious solution is to burn the city to the ground.
Right. I mean, I thought that's just what everybody did.
I do it every Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
I thought it was every Wednesday.
Damn it, you're right.
Yeah, and just think, man, there's immigrants pouring in all over the place.
All over the place. Where?
That shit's happening in the U.S. right now, too. Same shit. Probably on the same day.
But let's look at everybody loves mosquitoes, and now they're actually, designing specially made mosquitoes for everybody's everyday enjoyment. And I don't know just why. Stop it. Knock it off. We don't need this crap.
Pretty sure they populate that pretty damn well themselves.
They don't need no help.
No.
There's plenty of them around.
Hi,
let's look at this.
I'm Scott O'Neill here in Medellin, Colombia today, and I'm at the world's biggest mosquito factory for the World Mosquito Program. We're making in here 30 million mosquitoes a week. Come have a look. We're doing it for a very serious reason. Cities like Medellin have suffered from diseases like dengue, Zika, chikungunya for decades, but not anymore. We've been able to bring the solution. Cities like... We're doing it for a very serious reason. Cities like Medellin have suffered from diseases like dengue, Zika, chikungunya for decades. But not
so these third world cities. Something about chicken pox. I don't know.
Huh.
But he's starting this off by saying, like, they're experiencing all these diseases over here. I want to know.
And they're doing this for a good reason.
What are mosquitoes going to do? They're going to make their situation worse, coming and stinging them and all this stuff and sucking their bloods like little vampires.
Well, the whole purpose of mosquitoes, honestly, in my opinion, they were originally, whenever they came about, it was Mother Nature using them for population control. So now you're trying to convince us that you're going to use a population control utensil of nature to spread vaccines.
Yeah, well.
Anymore. We've been able to bring the solution of Wolbachia mosquitoes to this city. When this bacteria called Wolbachia gets introduced into the mosquito, it stops their ability to transmit dengue. We release mosquitoes that have Wolbachia. Now they go and mate, and Wolbachia gets passed into the wild mosquito population. If we're going to control these diseases in all the tropical cities of the world, it's going to require a lot of mosquitoes.
A lot of them. And all this.
The mosquito life cycles, and in this room, we've got a lot of eggs. Each one of these strips, these tiny black dots, are up to 10,000 mosquito eggs. Across all of these strips, about 1.5 million dried eggs waiting to hatch. In this tray, we've got the newly hatched eggs. They're little.
This is like a lame version of Jurassic Park, guys.
Little larvae, so small you can hardly see them. They're going to sit in here for a few days and eat and get bigger until they look like these ones over here. They're starting to turn into pupae. We're wanting to do the next step of sorting the males from the females. We want to do that so we can manipulate the sex ratio in the cages to be more female than male. The bottom ones along here are the boys, and the ones at the top are the girls. They're bigger. From here, they're going into the adult cages. We have adults that...
What if one of them identifies as something else? You didn't think that through, did you? Come on, science guy.
How dare you? How dare you suggest you know their pronouns?
How dare you?
How dare you?
We continuously grow in what we call our brood stock.
It's because he doesn't have a lab coat, that's why.
We have the mass-produced mosquitoes getting ready to give us the eggs to go out
He's in
directly
a
into the
Hawaiian
field.
shirt and shit. These are the bugs right
Crazy how
here.
they sound. You might wonder, what do we feed all these mosquitoes here? Well, I can tell you, we've got the good stuff in here. On the top shelf, literally, we've got the blood. They love it. Once the mosquito...
I wonder where they're getting that blood from.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that animal blood? Is that human blood? Is that what's going on here?
A lot of questions in this video, Mr. Hawaiian shirt wearing no lab coat guy.
Any of you that give blood, I'd be thinking second thoughts about that.
Yeah, don't even get me started.
Don't feed the mosquitoes. Don't feed the
feed 'em.
mosquitoes.
Don't feed the bears. Don't feed the mosquitoes. Don't feed Bill Gates. Because, I guarantee he's behind all this. Little weird bug-eyed freak.
Mosquitoes are grown, they're ready to
10
go out
bags,
into the
one
field.
goes to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, and then look at this. 5 people infected with malaria in Florida and Texas as potentially fatal disease carried by mosquitoes.
No way.
Makes its
No
return
way.
to the U.S. for the first time in 2 decades.
I didn't see that coming, dude.
Oh,
I can't believe that happened. Oh my God, I can't believe that happened.
Hey, let's listen to some wonderful people talk about it.
Cases of malaria in the U.S. And here to tell us more is Dr. Shira Daron, the Chief Infection Control Officer for Tufts Medicine Health System. Dr. Daron, good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, Dr. Daron. So nationally, the U.S. typically sees about 2,000 cases of malaria each year. But for the past 20 years, those patients were infected outside.
Does anybody not trust her because she's a woman doctor, or is that just me?
The country. So what can you tell us about these new cases? There's a big difference here.
Well, I'm glad not to be talking to you about COVID today. So what?
Wait a minute. So how do we go from malaria to COVID?
Gosh, my brain just literally pooped.
Apparently, but they've been talking about it a lot. You know, even though like we've been done playing pandemic for like 2 years, 3 years. You know, a couple weeks after it started.
Wow.
What's going on here is that there have been 4 patients in Florida and 1 in Texas diagnosed with malaria so far, and none of them have traveled to another country. Now, this has happened before in 2003, so 20 years ago, with 8 cases in Florida. And luckily at that time, it petered out without becoming a long-standing problem. But some international health experts have warned that climate change could alter the distribution of various mosquito species such that we could start seeing malaria regularly in places that don't normally see it, and that would be a bigger problem.
So 20 years.
Health alert tonight.
So 20 years we ain't had malaria here, and now all of a sudden we've got 4 cases that pop up, but they're doing it for a good reason.
And it's because of climate change.
And it's because of climate change.
Them rising oceans are bringing mosquitoes around, and they're carrying malaria. Now, like another...
They injected it with them, and they bred with ones that didn't. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that in there.
Another thing that I see with this is, you know, there's been a lot of people that have been talking about, you know, I'm not going to get this the stabby jabby. Not doing it. You ain't putting no clot shot in me. And now they're going to be like, hey, you're just chilling out in your backyard, you know, enjoying friends and family and having a cookout. Died suddenly.
Clot shot given by little spies.
Crazy.
It could be potential.
But
you know, something we should think about. Why the hell are they breeding so many goddamn mosquitoes?
It's a lot of them. 30 million. Well, let's start talking about this whole situation with Canada on fire and what this could potentially mean for some possible... I mean, like you guys saw in the first video, I mean, they were telling New Yorkers, hey, just stay inside. Lock your doors. Don't let that smoke get in. It's scary. Get that out of there.
Well, first of all, as long as you know, shut your door when you come in the house or when you go out of the house, I don't think you'd have a problem with your house filling up with smoke. Second, I think it would be better to be outside, in my opinion.
Just take it like
unless you're trying to insinuate that there is some kind of chemical in the smoke, because if it's just smoke off of trees, it's like a fire.
Well,
it's like a big fire.
let me suggest my theory on how this whole thing happened.
Oh, are we gonna bust into the whole formaldehyde leak? Is that what we're doing here?
No.
Okay.
I think it's something more sinister.
Oh, okay. Let's
way
listen.
more sinister.
Let's listen.
Feminist firefighters accidentally send I don't know how the hell they say that, but ablaze. A woman in fire training exchange program accidentally sent, whatever that word is, National Park ablaze after prescribed burnt went out of control. Oh, look at them. Diversity backfire. I'm just saying. Oh my
But
God.
just remember, they can do anything you can do. Anything you can do, they can do better.
Anything you could do, I could do better. And I blame Pixar for this because look at this crap that they're sending out to young girls.
We'll have to change the rules. Then I'll be the first firewoman.
Emergency at the chemical factory!
No! Georgia, girls aren't allowed to be firemen.
But I'm as brave as any boy. It's my dream. It's my destiny.
And look, she fell.
Girls can't be firemen. Give me a break.
Extra! Arsonist strikes again!
Firemen will go into the theaters. They don't come out.
I need
now just wait for what's coming up.
The fire investigation.
I'll need a team.
Here's the plan. I joined Dad's team. Egg crate for the stomach muscles, mango for the biceps. And for the mustache... Okay, too much.
Shake what your mama gave ya. Shake what your mama gave ya.
And they are promoting cross-dressing. I don't know what's worse, promoting women firefighters or cross-dressing. Equally bad.
I disagree. I think the cross-dressing is far worse.
Oh.
And these children are already seeing men with tits out there and women with mustaches.
Hey! It ain't Pride Month no more. We survived that. It's time to put that back in the closet. We're not. No, get back in your closet. But no, I saw that and I thought that was I thought that was pretty funny. But let's see what else I got on this. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just go over here to this article. Wildfire smoke hits New York again. We are truly the first generation to feel the real effects of climate change. Governor Hochul says. Smoke from the wildfires burning in Canada is blowing south and causing dangerous air quality in New York State for the second time in a month. This is not something that we're talking about future generations dealing with, this new governor said. We are truly the first generation to feel the real effects of climate change. Steve Pine, a historian with a special focus on fire, told CNBC that wildfires in Canada have been serious before, but climate change is a performance enhancer. What?
Climate change is a steroid apparently for wildfires.
It's the blue pill for some of those forest fires just can't get up like they used to, and climate change has to come in like a little blue pill and get things gross. But this is a screenshot of a map from airnow.gov. You can trust it. Shows air quality and smoke plumes on June 28th, 2023 at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. A green dot indicates good air quality. Yellow is moderate. Orange is unhealthy for sensitive group. Red is unhealthy. Purple is very unhealthy. And deep purple is hazardous. These people are just silly. Purple and deep purple. Can't just have.
No, it's got to have the pride colors in it.
True. They were being inclusive with their chart.
It just surprises me because there's so much pollution coming out of New York City already from the factories and everything else that's around there and the refineries and shit. And they're going to blame forest fire on bad air quality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Now they can actually it's visible because I don't have any pictures. I don't think I have any pictures of what New York's looking like. Maybe this one has some.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that one looked like what we were dealing with. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about Oh, that was Chicago. Okay. They're not showing any pictures of 1 minute video. Show me what you got, what you really, really got. I mean that looks intimidating. Ooh,
looks like the start of a really bad movie.
True. Transformers 12. 65 million Americans are facing impaired air quality. Health official advised the public to limit their outdoor exposure. Stay inside. Don't drive your cars.
That's barely 20% of us.
6.7 million acres of trees. Wow. Look at all that. This is why you don't let women be firefighters. We have all the evidence that we need. Don't
leave
let
it
them
to
do
Canada.
They must have ran out of their Canadian bacon. Ham.
It's ham. Stop calling it bacon. You're encouraging them.
Well, somebody's got to do it. I don't think there's anything else for that. But let's take a look at this video. I saw this, and they've been talking about how climate change. It used to be global warming. But then people started realizing that sometimes the globe cools down, so they had to come up with a better term for it. So climate change, because the climate does change periodically. So
I'm not a scientist by any measure, but I do understand science, and I don't know. Let's watch this video.
Yeah.
Just the way the planet rotates and moves and everything, basically, is what I'm saying, is going to bring across changes in climate in certain areas, because it rotates in two different ways. Go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
King Charles helped turn on a climate clock at a summit in London this afternoon. It triggers 150 similar clocks across the major cities of the UK, counting down the seconds to 2030. The estimated deadline for limiting climate change to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. But the UK's climate...
It's always like 1.5 degrees. Like if we can just cool it down, that 1.5, we won't be in a threatening place anymore. Like, and now they have this big old clock, because it's always just within 7 to 10 years where we're going to be in that danger zone. I mean, they've been saying this for the past 40 years. We got 7 to 10 years, or else we're all going to die.
Oh, there's been proclaimers of the end of the world since time began.
True.
Since humankind began.
True.
Big fiery ball in the sky. Cavemen said, "We die now."
We die. We're still here, though.
It hits.
Y2K.
Nobody dies.
Everybody's freaking out. Y2K.
Everything's going to shut down because computers don't have the ability to cross over to 2000. Shut up.
It would have. Just imagine how much better our society would be right now if Y2K actually knocked out all the computer systems and we didn't have the internet. Oh, dude, we'd be doing great. No more.
Honestly, I would have to agree with that. I mean, there would probably be initial casualties to that whole situation, because some people would just absolutely lose their fucking mind not having a phone or internet.
What am I going to do? Let me see something real quick.
Take the kids out, play some jarts, and end up hitting them with it. Take the kids out. People would lose their minds these days if we lost shit like that.
Oh, definitely.
There would be lots of casualties, I think.
Definitely.
Well, we're almost up to 8 billion people, right?
I think so.
Something like that. Either 8 or almost 9.
Bill Gates is freaking out about it every time, a new baby is born.
I feel if we ever lost technology like that, our population as humans would drop by half.
More than
at
half.
least.
More
At
than
least,
half.
yeah.
Because I mean,
Because
you'd have to
people would
think
lose
about
their freaking minds, man.
well, and not only that, like if we lost our entire like electrical grid, and we couldn't have freezers, refrigerators, like we wouldn't be able to store food like we are right now.
And those morons out there that think that food comes from a grocery store, those would be the first ones to die off.
We don't even need farms. We don't even need farms. Just go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Get some fireworks. Come on, guys. 4th of July weekend. America. Let us know in the live chat or comment section how you plan on spending your 4th of July weekend, and hopefully you make it through the week with all 10 of your fingers. Charlie can't do this. See what I tell you. But no, let's take
you ain't worth the buck, just to let you know.
Hey, no. Probably a good thing. I just saw it come back through. Look at this. Wave of quiet around the world in 2020. Air pollution.
Wow.
So that was all under the guise of like how quiet it was and how much benefit it comes from, everybody locking down during COVID. And they're like,
shut
hey,
up, stay in your house, don't go nowhere.
We were able to track, earthquakes that we didn't even know about. And that's going to help us predict the larger ones, so we can tell you, hey, you're not going to be able to do much, but it's about to get shaky. You're going to lose. At the very least, you're going to lose your house. I mean, maybe you can get out. I mean,
not the very least.
Get fluffy out.
At the very most, you lose your house, because not every earthquake brings across devastation.
No, not
sometimes it just shakes your foundation.
I know that last one was pretty bad, but
thing and a half shakes around a little bit.
Speaking of that, since the World Economic Forum put that out in 2020, they also put this out in 2020. How our global battle against coronavirus could help us fight climate change, from April 21st, 2020. So we were just like mid-lockdown, and they were like, ooh.
How about you stay there?
Just stay inside. We only need the essentials coming out. Clear water is seen in Venice's canals due to less tourists, motorboats, and pollution as the spread of coronavirus disease, COVID-19, continues ahead of Earth Day in Venice. Earth Day. An invisible virus has made our individual actions more visible than ever and revealed our true power to face a societal crisis beyond COVID-19. As people around the world work together to flatten the curve, what a load of bullshit that was, of COVID-19, the outsized role we play in Earth's natural system have become clear as never before. Billions of humans can now see how they are interconnected, working together to slow the spread of a lethal virus through their individual actions. With this experience, if we are successful, lies the potential lesson we need, not just to stop the worst projections for COVID-19, but to address other pressing societal changes, including climate change. And look at that. Doesn't that look like kind of what we've been seeing lately? And
Very much so.
But that's where it is normal. Air pollution levels started to drop during the 21-day nationwide lockdown to slow the spreading of coronavirus. 21 days, my ass.
Yes, around here it was months.
Mm-hmm. Just 2 weeks. Yeah, but no, they put the World Economic Forum, and I just got to say, I don't know if I can make this bigger. If you can see their logo. Just that line going through the 3 circles. You know, we were talking about CERN the last time, how they had a little thing going with the 3 6s. I know you guys see that in there. I sees it. The WEF is the devil, Bobby Boucher. But I like the WEF. The WEF showed me their boobies, and I like it. Oh, degenerates.
You would.
Yeah. Here, let's go over to this. Boom. From greenmatters.com. Will climate lockdowns be necessary to fight the climate crisis? At the beginning of COVID-19, lockdowns were necessary to fight the deadly virus. To lower emissions, another type of lockdown might need to be used. Climate lockdowns. Stay home, save lives, act like you've got it. Anyone can spread it.
Are we talking about climate change or coronavirus?
Well, that was the narrative around that.
Yeah, coronavirus, I know.
Yeah. I remember during all that, I had actually gotten sick, and, I said, what the hell? I'll go check to see if, got it. This was, right at the beginning, and, everybody was still, believing that it was real. And I went to the doctor's office, and, they made me wait out of my car because I was sick. And they were like, they called me, and they were like, okay, go into this side door over here. And some person with a hazmat suit came to test me. And then they sat me in a room, and they were like, okay, so you don't have it, but you should act like you do. And I was like, wait, what? Come again? Do I look retarded to you?
I'm sorry.
Hey, now. Just going to go back over here. Shut up.
Sorry.
Here, you go ahead and read.
At the beginning of COVID-19, lockdowns were a necessary tool for fighting off a controlling and deadly virus. People stayed inside. We went to the store less, didn't go out to eat, and entertain ourselves at home, all to avoid exposure to other people. And for a minute, the earth started to reflect those actions. Emissions started decreasing, and it seemed that something positive was emerging out of a negative situation. This experience raises the question, would climate lockdowns help us tackle the climate crisis?
Never let a good crisis go to waste. What is a climate lockdown? Save lives. Hashtag flatten the curve. Now, I seriously want to know when the pound sign became a hashtag. That really bugs me.
I don't know.
I don't know if it bugs anybody else, but it really bugs me. They just completely hijacked what we used to refer to.
Is it just me, or do you want to throat punch anybody that says hashtag blah blah?
Oh, dude. I want to
every time.
Every time. Ninja. Okay, when the
ninja make you vanish without praise.
You die now. I rip your heart out like native savage. I
didn't go that far. Jesus.
Hey, we live in extreme times, man.
Living in a barbaric time, huh?
Barbarics. Been seeing people walking around in nothing but loincloths lately. I'm thinking, hey, we're back to Indian times. Start scalping.
Are you sure that isn't some kind of transgender movement?
It was.
Thought so.
Okay, so when the pandemic first started, one of the main goals was to flatten the curve. Lockdowns were an essential part of accomplishing that initiative. With a climate lockdown, the objective would be similar. Staying inside in order to prevent emissions from increasing at an intense rate. But what exactly would a climate lockdown entail? They just just get to it. Okay, according to the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, that's a mouthful, a climate lockdown would entail... WBSD, West Side. Would entail the government taking other actions aside from asking people to stay at home, limiting private vehicle use, banning the consumption of red meat.
Ooh.
Get out of here.
I just thought of something.
Yeah.
WBCSD will be considered severely degenerate.
I like it. These people are degenerate. They want me to stop eating red meat. Get out of here. I'm not doing it.
Get out of here, dude.
No, you're not
Take
taking
my steak from me. You're gonna find an angry man.
Take my steak away from me. I'm gonna start cutting you up. We're gonna
take my meat away from me. You'll be on the menu. Is that what you're trying to say?
Pretty much.
I don't know if I could have a human.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures, dude. Impose. I mean, I guess I could always go for squirrel.
Yeah, see, squirrel. Lean, probably a bit tough.
Probably gonna have to eat like 30 of them just to,
believable.
Get me going. But imposing intense energy-saving actions. What are those energy-saving actions? Let's see this.
Solar power. A light bulb.
Why should I conserve energy? That's my question. It's like, it's my energy and I want it now.
What is this, J.G. Wentworth for power?
J.G. Wentworth. Get your energy now. We're all well aware that energy conservation is important. Are we? Are we all well aware of that? I'm not well aware of that. You guys are making some mighty hefty presumptions there, because I'm not aware of it. Show me some proof. But did you know that it can be personally beneficial as well? Conserving energy can help. Conserving energy can help is often a... What? Am I retarded, or does that not make any sense? Conserving energy can help is often. Conserving energy
can help is often. Yes, that is... yeah.
They're probably vegans. I'm done reading them. That just...
Probably vegans.
Conserving energy can help is... Oh, my gosh.
The only thing I caught from the little bits that I read was they're just trying to push on the whole money saving more than anything else to get you to use less power. Because let's face it,
well, they're going to determine what you actually need. They also go on to say putting an end to fossil fuel drilling. They just want to get rid of that because women cannot cut it in that industry. I mean, you can't have a diverse, equitable crew there because women they can't do it. They can't do it. You don't never see no woman working on an oil rig. Hell, I don't even know if I'd be able to do that. I've seen some of those guys doing that, and those guys are some champs.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, they would. You definitely got to be a different breed of person, I think, to be an oil driller. Mm-hmm. And that's not to say that some women can't do it, but they'd be few and far between, I'm sure.
Those guys who have to get like the harness and they got to get like down in the water, and you just got water splashing on you while you're trying to do a fucking weld on there, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Some of them do underwater diving welds.
Don't get in no submarines, guys.
Fucking 5,000 feet below the surface, welding some shit.
Now let's read how we're all a bunch of crazy conspiracy theorists. Because that's always fun. The toxic myth of climate lockdown. This month, Oxford Council had to call in the police to deal with abuse and death threats against their staff after online stories about a climate lockdown in the city. I won't link the original stories because I don't want to give them oxygen. But the gist of the conspiracy theory is summed up in this introductory sentence, just the headline. Not going to link it because, it might take away my narrative that I'm trying to push against them.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if your power-mad politicians liked COVID lockdowns so much, they wanted to continue them indefinitely. This is going to be trialed in Oxfordshire in Britain.
We've talked about that a lot, man, that's their plan. And I do believe that's their plan. Eventually we'll all live in pods. You'll own nothing and be happy,
I mean, I really want to, as much as I would hate to read it, I want to get Klaus Schwab's Great Reset. This person here said, I read Klaus Schwab's The Great Reset, so you don't have to. Thanks. But I'm probably still going to get it, add it to my collection of books, but because I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and the guy's just out there with this stuff. Okay, so Klaus Schwab is a German economist and engineer. He founded the World Economic Forum, the conference where the worldwide elite, Bill Gates, BlackRock, authoritarian governments, and Greta Thunberg, how dare you, meets up each year in Davos, the luxury Swiss ski station, to talk about poverty and the struggle of the working class.
See, I think that's odd in itself, that all these big names up there, and then you have Greta Thunberg, which is just a little teenage high schooler. Well, it was.
Not anymore. We can make fun of her now because she's over 18.
But that's just crazy how she's looped in with these guys just because she spoke at a conference one time.
For money.
And pushed by her parents to do so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got his book, The Great Reset. Like he literally named his book The Great Reset in the middle of 2020. I mean, come on, guys. Don't be dumb. But she's saying that there were three major trends on the book. There needs to be more surveillance. Today's world has three characteristics. It's interdependent. It is interdependent. It is fast, and it is complex. So complex, in fact, that it is beyond our understanding, hence our difficulty to anticipate black swan events. This interdependent complexity has made society bigger than the sum of its parts. We are no longer questioning if one event is a part of the world will have consequences on the other parts, but how strong this impact will be. Okay. See, I can't even understand what she's saying, so I'm definitely going to have to get this book. But these could be avoided with more surveillance. Surveillance will be carried out by governments, which will increase in size and volume. There's Mr. Klaus Schwab. We definitely need more government. Schwab begins with the following quote. Good government is the difference between living and dying. That's a... Yikes. Hey, there was Xi Jinping in Beijing. More sacrifice. What type of sacrifice you trying to do? I don't know. It's definitely interesting, though.
I'd like to have a read of that.
Mm-hmm. I'll definitely check it out eventually. You know. I know Alex Jones also came out with a Great Reset book of his own. That would be a good book to have.
I think I'm probably going to order that soon, actually.
Order two of them.
Unfortunately, he's not signing them anymore, but I'd still like a copy.
If he does sign a book for me, he's got to write, they're turning the frogs gay in it, or else I don't want it.
Oh, I'm sure if you sent a message to him to try and get that across to him, I'm sure he would have no problem doing that.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Me neither. But let's keep on reading on these people who think we're all just crazy. The article goes on to describe how Oxford Council plans to divide the city up into regions and then would lock residents into one of 6 zones to save the planet from global warming. Well, they don't call it global warming anymore.
I love how all that is in quotes.
Yeah.
Quotes instead of quotes instead of quotes.
That means they're extra smart. It's nonsense, of course. The plans are part of traffic management scheme to reduce through traffic in congested streets and shift the city towards a series of 15-minute neighborhoods. No
they don't
doubt.
even want you to travel, dude. Like,
no.
Go visit other places.
They say that as if it's like not a bad thing. They're like, when did this come out? 2022. So December 2022. Because they've been coming out hard this year about all the negative voices about 15-minute cities. They're like, why don't
I'd say
people
about
like
every
this?
other week I hear something about it.
Why don't people like this? No doubt the automobile lobby hates it, but it's hardly confining residents to their own neighborhoods. Nevertheless, the project caught the attention of conspiracy theorists who have spent the last 2 years predicting climate lockdowns, and the lie was halfway around the world before the council had typed up the minutes.
And now here we are.
The climate's
discussing
outside.
Climate lockdowns.
The climate's not so good outside. Just stay inside. Will Amazon ship? Speaking of Amazon, I've been seeing these commercials lately. There's a new Chinese company that's trying to step on Amazon and get them out. I don't know what's going on with the inner workings of that.
Amazon?
No, it's some weird. I can't ever remember the name of it. I think it's like Temu or something like that, but it's like this orange logo.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've seen ads for that shit.
Yeah, they're
buying stuff super cheap and having it shipped directly to you and all that.
Yeah. I can't remember where I saw, but I saw something where they were trying to push Amazon out the door. I don't know what Jeff Bezos did to piss somebody off, but
that's what they're pushing for, man. Just if you think about all the different things they have DoorDash, they have Grubhub. There's like, I can't name them all because I don't use them and I'm not familiar with them, but there's like 10 different services out there to have food delivered to your house. Not only that, but grocery stores have started getting the whole DoorDash thing brings groceries to your door now. They're making it easier for people to just not leave your home.
Yeah, don't leave your home. Why would you need to? I mean, and if you do, you don't have to drive because it's just a 15-minute walk away. But we promise we're not trying to lock you into these cities.
I'd still rather just cook, man. That's what we're missing in society. This is why we're the most overfed and undernourished country in the world.
Oh, no doubt.
Is because we DoorDash like a champ. Stay home, make your fat ass some actual food instead of buying fast food. I'm fat too, but it's because I eat good food.
Make some mac and cheese,
Mac and cheese, hell, I'm talking like homemade burgers and goulash and roasts.
I'm trying to see if I have this video.
The good stuffs. We actually just had a roast not too long ago. Nice. Pork loin roast. So good.
So good. So good.
Red potatoes, cabbage, carrots. Diced up a yellow onion in there.
I don't know where I had this video at. It would have been real funny. Oh, here we go. This is a picture that everybody needs in their life. Wait for it. Boom. A couple of Hoosiers podcasts chasing down the globalists and the rhinos. Because we're just a big, goofy, funny orangutan.
Orangutans are not goofy and funny. Them things are vicious.
They look it. Exactly. That's our disguise, We look goofy,
so we have the guise of a goofy couple of guys, but we'll actually rip your head off.
Don't underestimate us. Damn it. I was trying to find that video that I put together of the delivery robot that got knocked over, but I can't.
I remember seeing several videos of those. What was it? Sometime last month, I seen quite a few videos. One of them, the thing came up and dropped the food off, and then like 10 seconds later, somebody ran up on the porch and took the food. There was another one going down New York City sidewalk that got kicked over. People took its food and left.
Well, I mean, there's this one.
I mean, what are you gonna do next? You're gonna mount weapons on them, so if they get kicked over, they can. Oh yeah, screw all that. I've seen lots of videos of that too. That's worrisome, dude. I just picture those things like climbing on the wall and like leaping on you and shit, you know?
Yeah, just they're crazy. What are these people thinking with this stuff? I think I got another one. I don't know what this is. Oh, I think I know what that is. It's unrelated. Oh, gosh.
Good Lord.
Hey, look, that's all of our episodes. I saved everything. Never know what's going to happen. Never know what's going to happen.
Got that stuff on a flash drive?
External hard drive.
Nice. Nice. So when they find it 20 years from now, they can know that the couple of Hoosiers tried to predict this shit.
We did our best. Sounded a little goofy, sometimes a little unorthodox about it. Oh, but you were talking about like seeing like the robots and stuff like that. A lady at a church this morning was telling me that there's a Martin's nearby that has this robot that goes down the aisles scanning like price tags and stuff like that, and like it actually like has something that like if it gets in your way or something, like it'll say like excuse me or something like that. I don't know. I was like, I ain't going to Martin's no more. I'm not gonna be able
I go to the Martin's right down the road from my house, and they ain't got something like that yet either, so I'm good. But if I see like that, yeah, I'll probably be done. Well, just because Maximum Overdrive and The Matrix and just all kinds, I'm not saying that you should take movies to gospel, but I view them also as some kind of premonition to what could be if we are not responsible and intelligent with the things that we create.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about doing AI. What's the, like we've said on previous episodes, what's to say that eventually down the road, maybe even as short as 10 years after the creation of the first actual self-mobile, self-aware AI, what's to say 10 years down the road that it decides that to save the planet, we need to kill the one thing killing the planet the most, which would be us.
In all reality, this is what they truly want for all of us.
Yeah.
It's what they want.
Love
I mean, it does look pretty relaxing. I mean,
look at his eyes. They're like damn near crossed.
Just give me another milkshake.
Yeah. Give me another protein milkshake.
Gosh.
All their legs are jelly when they try and move because they ain't fucking gotten up in forever. They even have machines to help them dress in that show. I remember that. I love that movie. That's Wall-E, but.
Oh, yeah. That was one of those movies that, you know.
A premonition, if you will.
I still wish that I could find it, though. Whatever. Yeah, no, things are weird, and I don't like it.
Very.
Like
things get scarier by the day, man.
Like I like to think about it like I mean we talk about like how like this whole technological age is like really going to be our undoing, but I mean there is a lot of good out of it. I mean a lot of people, you know, if they use the technology properly, like this internet stuff, you know, people can talk and communicate with each other, share ideas. It just gets to the problem where like if you're on certain, you know, communist YouTube, you're not allowed to do that and you'll get banned. Although I might start uploading these videos back to YouTube.
Just be careful on certain ones that we upload. That's all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, actually, I think Bongino still does, but Crowder, they're trying to like strike against YouTube. There's a lot of podcast platforms out there.
Yeah, like
to strike against them.
I like Rumble and all that stuff. Like I got a few little issues with them, but nothing like major, right? I think people should make the push over to Rumble and, you know, just completely X out YouTube. Although YouTube still has like a lot of stuff that you can't find on YouTube. Like if there's something going wrong with my cars, there's so many great mechanics that put videos up on there. You can find all that stuff. Guys, move all your mechanic stuff over to Rumble. Come on. Just because, you know, you're not being censored now, just wait till they like don't want you to like be a backyard mechanic anymore. You know, hey, you're being a conspiracy theorist. Are you trying to build a tank in your backyard?
Yeah, well, not only that, but they don't want people driving.
No. Like, no.
So,
that's and I mean, you could see that with like new cars these days. Like they're making it almost virtually impossible for you to do your own mechanical work in your cars.
Some cities even have not just that, but some cities even started having like driverless taxis. I watched a video of a guy take one the other day, and it was crazy. I mean, it drove fine and everything, but what's to say when it doesn't? You know, that's just stupid putting your.
Yeah, you know, I think I did see one of those videos, and they even had a car seat in the back, and like I'm not putting my baby in there.
No, you're lucky I'm even getting in to try this. Well, I wouldn't, but.
I mean, get a few drinks in me. I might say, hey, let's test this little robot out. Let's see what it'll do.
And if I die, I won't feel it.
Right. But yeah, no. Yeah, it's a mixture of good and bad. Like, there's some good things that have come out of our advancement in technology. Like, I mean, hell, I'm able to learn a lot of things from the internet, and
I think it's good to use technology as a tool. But not as a crutch. And we're trying to use it as a crutch.
No, definitely.
Like most people would love for technology just to do everything for them. You know, I'm old fashioned. I'll do most things my damn self, but I do like some of the things that technology does, like keeps me in touch with family members that don't live close to me. That's something technology does for me. You know, or lets me reach out and talk to my family, my brother, my friends, you know, whatever. That's one of the things that I think is good about it.
I'm gonna read some words. No, I better not. I was gonna read a manifesto that I picked up the other day from a guy named Teddy, but I think that might be a bad idea. People might get the wrong idea. No, I mean, like, cause I was reading through it a bit. Ted Kaczynski killed himself in prison a couple weeks ago, allegedly. But I never knew the guy had a manifesto. Like I only knew him as the Unabomber, and I didn't know too much about him. But I found out that he had a manifesto, and I mean he's like a lot of what he was saying was kind of spot on. Like he was definitely against like what's occurred after the Industrial Revolution and how it's like crippled our society, because we're seeing the effects of that now. But you know,
I watched part of his documentary they had, and they were saying that like through they would call it incoherent ramblings at times through the documentary, but they would say that through those he was actually speaking some truths.
And it's like, yeah, you know, I mean, I saw some people kind of take it a little too far, where they were kind of like idolizing the guy, and I'm like, you know, he still blew up a lot of people, and I don't like him. He's just because he had some valid points on how like the technology is completely taking over our society doesn't give you the right to send bombs to people. Don't do that, people. You freaking weirdos.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Degenerates.
But unfortunately, I think sometimes in these people, they don't see any end, and it makes them crazy. You know what I mean?
True.
The poor guy probably lost his mind, realizing that it doesn't matter how much he knows or how crooked he knows it is. There ain't nothing he can do, and he
just smile away, boys. Smile and wave.
Some people just say screw it. You know what I mean?
True. You gotta have something to pull yourself away from all
shit.
That.
Through his eyes, he could think he was saving people. You know?
True.
But it's still an evil act, and I don't condone it. But
definitely,
I am usually willing to at least understand the other side of things, you know, not just immediately. I mean, he probably had mental problems that would mess anybody up.
Don't we all?
We really do.
We really do. We really do. I mean, like think about how pretentious we are sitting on here on the internet, telling you not to use the internet,
right,
and listen.
Right.
What's
our
wrong with us?
conventions will start. No.
Just take this glass of Kool-Aid. Just take this Kool-Aid. Freaking Jimmy. But yeah, I think that's about all we got for this episode. It's been a pretty good one. Like I said towards the beginning, if you are not yet in the Discord, jump in the Discord, because I think maybe next week we might try to do a open panel conversation. Just have like 2 or 3 topics to talk about, and like just get a bunch of people, maybe like 6 people in, and like just like have a conversation.
Yep.
Just do stuff like that. Maybe even like some,
a good-willed conversation.
Good-willed. Maybe it might get a little contentious. I might call people retarded. Not a bad thing. Some people need to be called retarded sometimes, because I don't think it happens enough to some people.
All I know is that it should stay in good faith.
Oh yeah.
And those that try and get on here and troll us will be hung up on.
True. Oh, what happened? Oh, you're banned? Oh no. That's unfortunate. I feel so bad for you.
I don't, though.
Tears of joy.
No tears for assholes. I mean...
But let's go ahead and run this ad real quick and let people know where they can find us. A couple of Hoosiers podcasts. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, CastBox, pretty much anywhere that you get your podcast. We do a live stream show every Saturday on Rumble, and then we upload to YouTube, Odyssey, and BitChute. But if you want to get everything all in one place, go to cohpodcast.substack.com. I write blogs that are fairly interesting. You should check them out. And I also upload the audio version of the podcast to there with links to everything that we're talking about. So, you can read what we're reading, get an idea of, where our mind's at. Sometimes you might not want to do that because my mind goes into like weird places and it's scary. But down in the description section, you can find our link tree right over here. If you're feeling generous, you could donate to us. There's a Substack. You can go there. The Telegram, get in there. Have a little group chat with us. It's fun. Share some funny memes. There's the link for the Discord if you want to get in on that. All of our links to every single place that we're at, you can find that on the link tree. Literally everywhere that you can. Yeah, just go there. Go there. Click it. Here's the Substack. I've been writing some pretty good stuff. This one was a pretty good one. I suggest people go check it out. Go check it out. Don't be a dirty commie and, go read. Or actually, the commies are reading, but they're reading a Marxist book. Don't read Karl Marx. I read it. It's boring. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's one of the dumbest books I've ever read. Like how it shaped minds in college, I have no idea why, because I read it and I'm like, dude, this dude's dumb and he's mad at his dad. Like it was more enjoyable to read like it was more enjoyable to like read like the silly little comics in the newspaper. Like I was more informed by those than what anything that Hegel or Karl Marx could write. But Oh, also, before I forget, we now have enough followers on Rumble that we have unlocked the subscribe button. You could subscribe to us now and pay us $5 a month so you can, listen to us ramble for what you can get for free. I don't know. It's there. If you guys want to give us $5 a month, it's there. You got the option to do it. I'm just letting you know. I mean, yeah. We'll be back next Saturday, possibly doing a open panel discussion about stuff. So be sure to check it out and get in there. But yeah, that's all I got. You got anything you want to tell people?
Have a good 4th. You guys be safe. Don't blow nothing up. And
keep all your fingers. And real quick, before we do that, just one more time. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of
Independence
July.
Day. And if you guys noticed, the fireworks were red, white, and blue. So, yeah, we know how to do it around here. And always remember, piss off YouTube.
Piss on YouTube.
You guys take it easy. God bless.
Later.
Bye.